This is breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.
Yeah, but as for right now, just do the best I can.
Is there an overall sense to cross the line, something to prove this year?
We kind of been kind of the butt of jokes a little bit, so we all kind of have that chip on our shoulder anyway. A lot of us, Andre being undrafted, John being third, Lester being undrafted, Colton kind of same thing as me, started out rough. We all kind of just trying to prove, to be the best we can. Like I said, we've been in the butt of some jokes. We see it, so.
Does that push you more?
It does. It does. We see it. A lot of us on social media. Try not to let it affect us, but it's still kind of like there's that chip on our shoulder to show that we can't be the top dogs.
Brandon, to your credit, you did last year really step up and do a lot more. So I'm curious, coming into camp, what do you want to improve the most out of your game?
I just think, for one, way too many penalties, way too many false starts last year. I hurt my team in that way. And with the new staff coming in, we have a lap every false start we have, which helps kind of straighten up, And then a lot of holdings, too many sacks, and a lot of that stuff just finishing that last little bit. So that's what I've been trying to focus on, just finishing with better emphasis.
Brandon, I know you're in competition with the other guys in the room, but when Richie retired, he mentioned Lester Cotton. You mentioned Lester Cotton. What have you been seeing from him, Lester?
From day one he stepped in, he's always kind of had that, that want to, that dog about him. He had to kind of shape up a little bit. He was, much bigger when he came in, but he's kind of dedicated himself again. He won the award with us, that Sampson Award, for kind of being a dog in the weight room, and we expect the same mentality he has in the weight room on the field, and he's kind of just been, stepping in right away.
Brandon, yesterday we got the news that Denzel Good was retiring. I know you've obviously been teammates with him for a few years. What was sort of your initial reaction, and how do you kind of expect to be?
It's always bittersweet, man. Same thing with him, with Richie. Those are kind of my OGs. He came in midway through my rookie year, kind of stepped in at right guard when Gabe kind of went down, and I leaned on him a little bit, kind of picking his brain. He went to war with me, and all these years he's been to war with me. He's been right by my side, so kind of like seeing your brother go, but. I understand we can't play this game forever. Eventually, you have to transition. He just, picked now the transition. So.
And on the interior, you guys have a bunch of young guys between, Andre James, John Simpson, Dylan Parham, Lester Cotton, even. What have you seen from those young guys in terms of improvement so far throughout this?
It's hard to kind of pinpoint it, man. I mean, we all kind of make mistakes here and there, but what I've seen is just the hunger, the willing to learn, and just they come to work every day. I guess you kind of have a young body, so you feel like working, which is kind of a benefit to them. But I mean, they come in. Right foot, left foot forward, and just keep grinding. That's all we can ask of them.
Now, with the recent retirements with Richie and Denzel, I believe you're the longest tenured offensive line on the team. Do you really truly feel like you're stepping in as a leader now for this offensive line more than ever?
Yeah, I try to be that role. I try to keep us going. We have those dog days at camp. We feel 100+ heat. We all do. So I kind of try to keep us positive. A lot of the guys look up to me, so I try to, always be. Somebody's got to be kind of the uplifting guy. I try to be that, even when I'm not having my best day, even when, I might take an L here or there. I try to always just throw it behind me, show that, don't let the next one affect you. Don't let that play affect the next play. Just trying to be the leader that we need in our room.
Making a transition to a new offense, has it been subtle or drastic in terms of what you guys are doing now compared to what you had been doing?
Well, it's kind of hard to call either way. I mean, there's only so many concepts in football. I mean, it's either, inside, outside zone, gap. I mean, it's multiple ways to skin a cat, but it's the same cat, So a lot of it's just learning their terminology, learning how to speak their vernacular, and then translating it to the field. And then once we all buy into it, it's kind of been, it's meshing together really good.
And obviously, especially for y'all in the trenches, when the pass come on, it's really kind of when things really get going. What are you kind of looking forward to and just getting to compete against the D-line?
Man, just that first click-clack, man. It's you get the butterflies like it's a game. You're like, oh, man, here it comes, and then you make that collision, and you're like, all right, let's play football, And I think we all kind of, it's a little built-up tension. It always is between brothers. We all want to prove we're the best on the field, so it might be a little testy, but that's a part of the game, We all want to be great, and, iron sharpens iron. So if they keep pushing for greatness, we keep pushing for greatness, eventually we'll achieve it.
You talked about hearing the outside noise of, people talking about your room. There's so many, everybody knows the names, Devontae and Derek and, all these stars. And everybody says, well, if the offensive line plays well enough, that's what will drive this team. I mean, is that something you guys discussed? Do you talk about it amongst yourselves of maybe the pressure that would be on this offensive line this year?
We in the beginning of the spring, we kind of, I'm not going to say what, but somebody said they kind of have us as the weakest link on the team. And, stuff like that, you can't let it control your whole, mentality, but it does kind of put a little bit more of a chip on your shoulder. If it already wasn't there, it makes it bigger, like for me, this year I deleted my social media. I don't even want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Like I just want to be with my guys, be the best I can be. You know, just within these walls, let's band together. Let's do what we got to do. So I don't know if they did, but I think we all kind of have that mentality of, man, it's just us at the end of the day. We got to be the best we can be. We'll be fine.
Was that something were you hearing a lot on social? Were you like scrolling through, doom scrolling and trying to take?
I wasn't seeing it a lot. Like it was not like if somebody was coming like every day you suck. No, it wasn't like that. You know, but the one like the couple of times you get it, and you know, fans. Sometimes you'll get it after a game. You'll get the random, you suck. You know, meanwhile you're blocking a Hall of Famer who's probably might make a play here or two. You know, that's just it's nature of this game. So I don't want to see that this year. You know, a lot of that is making sure they can't say that, but also if they feel like saying it, take away the way they can say it.
What do you like in this first week from the rookies and the offensive line that you've been able to be there with them?
Just everybody keeps kind of grinding through it. You know, like I said, there's been some mistakes. There's been you know, we've all kind of had that tired moment. You know, we've had 5 days straight. Yesterday was off day, but today was, you know, we're right back at it. And, you know, we came out and worked today. You know, a lot looks like a lot of guys took care of their body, did what they had to do. They came in focused, and we picked it right back up, and, you know, we're going to keep getting better.
Guys all set? All right, great. Thanks, Brandon.
Thank y'all. Appreciate you.
You've been watching breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.